This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. The Bandit straight out of Paterson, New Jersey. Forced to be reckoned with, pushing his music and merchandise. Check out all of his links below.
Can I hit miss? Making you do backflips, treat you like a star. How day in, day out, you're pushing my fancy cars.
It's your boy, man, Jadabandit. We out here, Jersey Bangers LLC. You know what I mean? You see the merch.
And let's get right into the news. Rampage Jackson cutting ties with his son after the Psycho Stu attack. He says he dishonored my name, and I'm not cutting him off forever, but I just feel like he just went too far, and he wasn't honest about everything in the beginning. He's not totally cutting his son off, but and he's there for his son, but he says I can't really support him like I did before. I mean, he does have to learn his lesson here, and he did disrespect that Psycho Stu, and he disrespected Rampage Jackson because he wasn't honest about the whole thing, so he could react to it accordingly. I mean, there's clips that are out of context when the first incident happened where Psycho Stu hit the beer can over his son's head as a joke, because he thought he was part of the wrestling gig, and Rampage Jackson is saying, "Oh, nobody's going to do that to my son." But then it looks like he's reacting to the part where Rampage Jackson's son got on top of the guy, Psycho Stu, and put him into a coma. So I would be mad if I was him too. Like, Rampage Jackson worked hard to build up his brand, and he just feels disrespected. I'm sure it's only been about a week, so we'll see how this pans out. I'll keep you updated. Rolling Ray, we've all seen Rolling Ray on social media in the past. Rolling Ray has passed just days before his birthday. Yeah, I mean, there was lots of reality shows Rolling Ray was on. There's not much evidence. There's not much information on why he passed. I imagine maybe it's the condition he had, but sad. Condolences. Lotto and Ice Spice, they release a song. I haven't even checked it out yet, to be honest with you. It's called Gaia. It says it's out now. These two have beefed for about 2 years, right? 2 years, and they finally put their differences aside and made a track. Maybe Lotto's maturing more. Maybe Ice Spice is maturing more. I mean, people are stronger working together than having beef with each other, But, and you know what? I got to commend them for coming together on this, because a lot of people won't put their egos aside and say, hey, we can make more money together than against each other. And that's something Nicki kind of should realize with a lot of these female rappers. I know she feels disrespected a lot, but a simple conversation can fix up a lot of stuff. Especially if you don't come at someone from a throne talking down on them. Because I think Nicki's missed a great opportunity of ushering in a lot of new females. She did a few, but I think she missed a good opportunity here that even Cardi B isn't doing, honestly, Now, Nicki arguably did help Meg Thee Stallion in the beginning, and she helped out, what's her name? Bodega. Where all my chances of Bodega? Whatever her name is. I forget. She helped her out. Ice Spice. She helped Ice Spice out in the very beginning, just like Drake did. Drake just was seen with her. That was it. He didn't do any music with her. But anyways. 600 Breezy confirms he piped down Asian Doll and says King Von died over a girl. That's just the facts. He did. He died over thinking somebody was disrespecting his whatever he had with Asian Doll because they were supposedly broken up. But you don't want to deal with a girl that's dealing with a lot of other rappers or in the rap industry if you're that vulnerable, because they're going to mess with other dudes. Those dudes are going to use it against you, especially if they have problems with you. This really stemmed from NBA Youngboy and Asian Doll, and Quando Rondo just happened to be the first person he saw that was affiliated with NBA Youngboy. But yeah, he's not wrong. Now 600 Breezy is still locked up and being extradited to Pennsylvania for some RICO stuff. So we'll see. I'll keep you up to date on that. Adam 22 keeps it real. No Jumper. He says, hey, Also, Remo does. They say, "Hey, read the room, Drake." You know, like we were just saying that when the Bobby interview dropped. I was saying, why didn't you do an interview with Academics first? I mean, 2 back-to-back Bobby interviews, but nothing with Academics. Academics has done nothing but supportive in Drake's darkest times. Push narratives for him, and you can't sit down with him on an interview. Crazy work, crazy. Drake's doing a lot of goofy moves, and I've liked a lot of his moves up to a certain point, and then he started getting sloppy. There's a point where every rapper reaches where they feel untouchable, and he got a reality check last year with Kendrick Lamar that you are touchable, and you can be brought down to another level, and he was brought down to his knees. Now, will he be victorious in the end? Most likely, but like Remo said, read the room, buddy. Should embrace hip hop a little bit more, especially these are the people that got you to it. Like, our Bobby doesn't care about you at all, and all you're doing is propping her career up. Nobody really cares about her at all. I'm not running to watch that interview at all. I've seen clips of it, and that's enough for me, to be honest with you. Now, like, Drake's not that interesting to me anymore. Every artist is up to a certain point, and then it's like, what else can you say? Yeah, I just bought a new Chrome Hearts Rolls Royce, guys. Thanks for supporting my album. You know, YSL Mondo goes off on Young Thug, accuses him of sparking the RICO.
I went to just thinking, like, I ain't spell goddamn Gunna. I ain't spell Lil Woody. Like, I was on the E-Boy's ass. You feel what I'm saying? So it's only right that this might be my last time talking about it, but I didn't show Gunna them no sympathy. I was on them boys' ass. Like, I even made a song about Shawty and some more shit. Like, I was on their ass, y'all. So I can't wait a few days and then just be like, no, I'm gonna leave Shawty alone. Nah, bro. But ass need to be talked about. Cause when I really sit back and think, this is what made me say, you know what, I'm gonna get back on this bitch and say something else. That. Cause when I really think about it.
Let's see.
We're trying to say, oh man, Woody started the RICO. Oh man, da-da-da. Okay, let's go back a little bit, y'all. I want everybody to use their brain for a second, right? Tell me if I'm lying, though. Well, look at my salon, Robin Tula Katu. What's up, my brother? Tell me if I'm lying, though, y'all. Didn't the Lil Wayne tour bus shit happen before Nut got...
Nah. The Lil Wayne tour bus happened a few months after Nut got clipped. Nut got clipped January 10th. 2015, and then just a few months later in April, Lil Wayne tour bus got shot up.
Before any of that shit happened, before anybody else told about anything.
Be sure to like, comment.
Sorry, that's somebody else's thing.
The first going in talking to the police. Facts. That was way before the goddamn before Nut got in some more shit. So you mean to tell me, buddy, you the reason why the RICO started? That I ain't finna keep biting around the bush.
And that's all I wanted to clip of that. Make sure you go on YouTube and you can watch the rest of that. But he's right. The RICO started because of Young Thug. Let's be real, okay? There would be nothing to tell on if he wasn't doing so much crazy stuff and instructing people to go on dummy missions. Then he has the audacity to sit down with the cops, talk about this for 2 hours with a buffet style meal, and then later Little Woody's getting picked up. He's not supporting him with lawyers, and then RICO pops off 7 years later. Gunna, who's just your artist, gets pulled in, and of course he takes a plea deal just like your brother did, just like a bunch of other members did, to leave. They didn't, and none of them took the stand except for Woody and some I think 2 other people took the stand, but Young Thug is misdirecting his anger, and he's pretty much angry at the world when he's in jail. He said he was cooling. He was not cooling. He was not cooling. So much is wrong with Melly. Coming home, you see Jim Jones crouched down at the bottom right hand of the screen. Melly's home. Melly was supposed to get 11 years, came home in 6, right? 6 years. Almost half. Why? How? Then the first thing, so they shouldn't even be publicizing this because it's already questionable. Very questionable, okay? Then the first chain you buy him, it's a 9-tray chain? What? A gang chain when he threw his flag down and said he wasn't blood no more. You can't make this stuff up, bro. Like goofy stuff. And then you got Jim Jones on he's trying to do a podcast now because he's scrambling and scraping, okay, for something. Because the music's going triple plastique. And he's using all the friend connects he's got. And he's basically talking with Fabulous, Mano, and Dave East. Imagine most of these guys are in their 50s, okay? Fab, Jim Jones, Mano. I think Dave East is 40, maybe, possibly. He's somewhere in there, 40, 42. Dude, to be worried about who has the biggest fashion out of New York City at that age, it shows. I mean, this is why you see Fabulous dressing like a 16-year-old, and you see Jim Jones trying to dress like a 20-year-old, you know, like back in the day, 20-year-old. It's just, bro, you guys are pathetic, bro. I mean, you guys might make money still, but still, you're worried about this? And you're dressing like a kid still? Hey, what's up, guys? Want to go to the playground, man? Smoke some weed. What's up, man? You know, it's like Jim Jones acts like he's 20 years old. And Fabulous acts like he's 20 years old, too. It's like, grow up a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't have to, like, totally dress like you're, 50. But ease up a little bit. Like, there's, you know what I'm talking about. Some of these outfits are straight up goofy, bro. I'm not the flyest dresser in the world, but, bro, you could just see that these guys never matured. Joe Budden says Young Thug basically sold. He's going to struggle because of all this stuff, all the leaked phone calls and all that kind of stuff. He is. It's without a doubt. Hernandez Govan says he's now going to take Memphis on for a case for mischarging him for the Young Dolph involvement. I think this is a big mistake, and I think his lawyer advised him to just move on, but no. He wants some money out of this. I think this will be a big misstep for him. He's out. I don't know. He's like, I can't do this. I can't do that anymore. I mean, he's going for the Hail Mary pass right now. I mean, I don't know. They might uncover some other info and charge you with something else. Then OTF, of course, reacted to Young Thug gossiping on the phone about Lil Durk not clearing his songs and all this other stuff and just criticizing Lil Durk. He reacted and says, "Oh, y'all new junkies in OTF, just know I'm the one who sent Brian Steele to help him on my dime." And then people were saying Lil Durk was dissing Young Thug on this line. Rappers Goofy Stains pay me for a song. Don't clear the verse. Don't clear the verse. Because he didn't clear that verse for Young Thug. And lastly, we got Camron. Dame Dash has been blaming Camron for the Rockefeller breakup and criticizing him for not promoting Honor Up or some music they did together. And, Camron explained all this stuff that, he was tricked into being into the Honor Up movie. He just showed up to support and started giving him lines and wardrobe. And the 8-track compilation they put together, it just took too long, and he was kind of over the songs. The Rockefeller breakup is a crazy one because Dame Dash is part of the reason there was tension between Jay-Z and Camron. He wasn't included in the signing or anything. It was almost like Dame Dash was trying to go off with his own artist on the label, Rockefeller, and Jay wasn't feeling it. So the president thing didn't even matter at that point. That was probably like a point where like Jay-Z was like, oh yeah, Dame Dash is fully reckless. But you shouldn't even have mentioned it if it wasn't And then he says Camron wanted like $750,000 a year to be a president. I don't know about that. Who knows? Camron was wild back then, but still, he's an artist. He didn't even set up Dips at like a real label. He just I kind of respect it in a way because, you know, Camron could have signed all these guys that were under Dipset and kept them in contracts and made $1 off everything. All he charged was a certain amount of money to use the Dipset logo. And you know, Hell Row and J.R. Ryder and 40 Cal and all these guys were able to release solo projects and make a lot of money. So Camron puts up Dame Dash and says, "Damn, bro, I thought we was snapping. My bad. Sincerely, if you mad. But I'm glad you got that off your chest. But me emotional? Nah. I think you're a little emotional and I get it. Secondly, I'm a real friend because whoever you're around is whack for letting you do the interview in that condition." Exactly. With the eye jammy, top teeth missing, looking like he's 75 years old, all white beard. Like, Dame Dash is just settled into, like, you know, retirement mode, you know? He says, "But my bad, bro, again. You said I don't promote nothing. You do? Okay, got you. All love." Then he puts up and he says, "All this because Honor Up was a whack movie?" And then he puts up a clip of Dame Dash on a TV show with his kids. And on this, Dame Dash is telling his son Boogie with the cookies, right? His name, right? He says, you know, "You're soft, da-da-da, you're looking for a daddy." And he's like, "Well, you are my dad." And he's like, "Nah, you're looking for a daddy." And he's just telling his daughter to stay in her place and stop chiming in. And when his son's trying to fend for his sister and say, "Let her speak," he's like, "Nah, F that. You guys are backstabbing me." You know, Dame Dash treats his family like they work at Rockefeller. You remember them Rockefeller at the end of Rockefeller tapes by Choke No Joke? Yeah, that's how Dame Dash is treating his kids. So Camron says, "Damn, this is how you talk to your kids on TV. None of us have a chance out here for a peaceful combo. And don't change the narrative saying I'm disrespecting your family because I love your family like I love you. But if you call your kids clowns, what you think of anyone else? You said I work for Revolt? Nah, I licensed my show to them. The show I own. In this clip, you're working for WeTV as talent. Facts. How much they gave you to disrespect your family like this? $6,500? You know, and it's his, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about the other stuff, but what I think. But it's sad, man. Yo, whoever did this cartoon, go check it out on YouTube. Cartoon of Young Thug talking on the phone in jail. Diabolical, bro. Diabolical. Anyways, I think that's it. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button for me, and I will check you guys on the next one. I'm trying to shrink this. It won't shrink. Yeah, anyways, I'll check you guys in the next one. Thank you for supporting. Peace.
The Bandit straight out of Paterson, New Jersey. Forced to be reckoned with, pushing his music and merchandise. Check out all of his links below.
Can I hit miss? Making you do backflips, treat you like a star. How day in, day out, you pushing my fancy cars.
It's your boy, man, Jadabandit. We out here, Jersey Bangers LLC. You know what I mean? You see the merch.